Okay, let's see here. We've got about 20 minutes before the close, and here's the SPY closing with a pretty nice little hammer. We've got a little bit of a wick on there, so it's certainly not a perfect hammer. Of course, anything can happen before the close. Notice that T line wins again. We did not close below the T line. I think that's something to take note of there. Now, with this hammer, I've been saying for the last couple of days, well, since this bearish engulf came in here, that this area right in here is what I would consider a dangerous area, and we need to trade out of that area before we get crazy long. Well, I've certainly bought my share of stocks today, and I'm anticipating at this point a little bit of a bull move here. Let's see how it finishes tomorrow. I think with this hammer, I think with the way the market's looking, we see a little bit of a higher high. This candle right here is going to be important to clear, and this 143.72 area is going to be important. So we're not out of the woods yet. And if anyone follows candlesticks, you know that a hammer requires. This is a requirement. It's not a maybe, it's not an if, it is a requirement. It requires confirmation. So if we see tomorrow we starting to fail here, be very careful with any longs that we've put on. I want to go through a couple of charts here that I like, that I've been adding here this afternoon. SVU, I bought some of that just a little bit ago. You can see where it has, it was on one of our featured stock picks and was working out pretty darn good. And then all of a sudden, it got smacked. Closed out the position I had. We dojied down here, it gapped up, and it's consolidated. A little earlier today I was watching it, and it was pretty crazy, just up and down real fast. Starting to move here. What we have is it's certainly not book perfect. But a rising method. And again, it's not book perfect, but it's, if you squint your eyes, it's there. We have this candle here. We have a nice move to the downside, and now we're having a move up. The idea behind that is it's a buy on a breakout of this red candle right there. I bought some just a little while ago. If it pulls back a little bit, I'm going to probably buy a little bit more into the close. And if it gives me an opportunity tomorrow, I'll look at buying more as well. We'll look for a run up to this swing high, then possibly the 200-day moving average. OCZ, this one was on our watch list today. OCC gapped up very nice. Nice little rounded bottom breakout here. Let's see here. If this thing gets cooking, I'll just draw the line about right there. But it's about a 40% move coming up to this $3 range, 120% move up to the 200-day moving average. I would watch this. This might, if it starts getting a little bit of energy, it might want to start to move up like that. I don't think it's going to go in a straight line. I think it's likely to do something like this, so we'll trade it accordingly, but I think it's one we need on our watch list right now. NOK, this was another one on the watch list today. I think this moves higher. It has the potential moving up to about the $5 range, maybe a little higher. 40, 50, 30, let's see, my eyes are crooked. 30, 40% move on this. It's come out of a nice J-hook pattern right here. I do suspect we're going to see some sort of consolidation. I would not be a buyer necessarily at this high. I would wait for a little bit of a pullback. A little bit of a pullback, and then maybe we start seeing those buy signals come back in there. Pullback doesn't have to be this far, by the way. Just we need to see some consolidation. Allow the T line to catch up a little bit. Maybe allow the 20 to catch up a little bit, and then I think we'll have a good play here on NOK. BTU is another one. BTU is coming through the big three right here. the 34 EMA, the 20 simple, 20 50 all converging together. We've got a nice rounded bottom right here, a breakout of the 200-day moving average. Good gap up today. In fact, if we look at this, we've got a nice little low, and then we put in a high, a higher low, and now we're putting in a higher high. Support area. I would like it to stay above the 200. I'll settle for down in here if it wants to pull back a little bit. Using this as a stop above the 20 would be a very nice play on that. DN. Here's another nice chart. DN. Nice little rounded bottom play. We've got a little consolidation area in here. You can see the consolidation area right there. Now it's starting to break out. I think DN moves higher. Don't forget, it might want to consolidate a little bit before it moves up, but I think it's got a little bit of a higher move in there. RIM. I'm now, by the way, on that GMCR, I'm now green. I am now green on it. I asked earlier if anyone was shorting it. I didn't want to say anything until I was sure no one was, because I kind of think everybody thought I was bonkers. But I did a little adding to it when it was higher, and to raise my cost on it a little bit, and now it's starting to work out. So GMCR, I'm up $300 right now on GMCR. Okay, let's get back to this here. RIM. I'm not trading RIM, not yet anyway. I think RIM is one that a lot of people are watching. I think it's moved up quite a bit. It certainly has room to move up more, I think. But I think we're likely to see some consolidation. If it breaks out, probably going to sit back on it. I want it to consolidate more. I think we've got too much space in here. I think we've moved too far too fast, and I think it needs more consolidation. Now, I could be wrong. It could certainly take off and run like crazy. It could certainly do that, but I personally will wait for more consolidation on it. TRIP's a very nice chart. I bought some TRIP here this afternoon. TRIP has consolidated very well over the 200-day moving average. I'll wait for this to get going. I don't care whether it moves right away or not. It does have some wicks up here that certainly you probably need to pay attention to. Even today's showing a little bit of a wick up there. But as long as it holds a T-line from this basing area, we'll see what happens, and I'll stay with it from there. Even if it wants to pull back to the 200, I may stay with it and add some down there. And that's on TRIP. GRCC. I think GRCC might be setting up. Keep a close eye on it. I would like to see it move above the 200-day moving average, and or maybe above these highs here. You can see this nice little cup right in here. We have a nice pullback. We have a not quite a piercing candle. Let's see what it does tomorrow. Ultimately, it needs to get above this level. It's one I would keep on the watch list. ADSK. ADSK, I suspect, is heading. Sorry, I'm watching that GMCR as we talk here. ADSK, nice little rally up over the big three. We had a little pullback, a doji right here, little pullback. We get a doji, giving it some indecision, and then today it started moving up. I'm looking for that 200-day moving average and possibly higher. It's on a nice little T-line run right now. Let's see. Great. I didn't mean to interrupt your talk, but I know you were watching it. So no, Diane, no. Please, this room is yours. You interrupt all you want. Let's see here. CLB. Because I got to admit, before you mentioned it, I wasn't paying attention. I was in this. CLB, rounded bottom breakout. It's rallied up. It's rallied up. You see the little consolidation. This is the kind of stuff I want to look for, that consolidation. Then when it starts moving up, that's time to buy. Now we may be starting a little more consolidation, and I'm going to look for that buy signal right there. That's a perfect world right there, but that's what I would like to happen, so I'll keep an eye out for it. ARNA. I've only got about 8 more to look at, so bear with me, please. ARNA, we're putting in a pair of dojis right here. Something to take note of. This is not necessarily a buy signal unless you're a bit aggressive. Maybe buying just a small, tiny bit to keep an eye on it. Maybe something like that, but I wouldn't be in with both feet. Stop would definitely be the low of those dojis today. You can see where it's come down to a trend line here. It's below the T line, so I'm looking for something to pop up above, and then maybe it starts running up, something like that right there. MRVL, M-A-R-V-L. Hold on here. I need to go look at my GMCR for a moment. Oh yeah, come on down. I guess I'm wondering now if I should take my profits or let it go. MRVL, M-R-V-L, consolidating well. Nice little consolidation in there. I know exactly where my stop is going to be. Below the 50-day simple. I'm looking for this to move up. I don't expect it to move in a straight line. I expect it to move up, back, up, back, up, back. But eventually, I would like it to see it to the 200-day moving average. I think it's setting up. We've got nice little hammer, rally, consolidation. That's the making of stair steps to profits. Stair steps to profits. All right, let's keep going here. INCY. INCY may be setting up. Nice little consolidation right here. It's the same old chart pattern over and over. Up, back, and I'm looking for up. Same old chart pattern. 200-day moving average is the first target that we're looking for, or the first major target, I guess. IDIX is still holding up well. I've added a little bit to my IDIX. I'll add more if it starts moving up and breaking out. I'm looking for the 200-day moving average. We've already hit our first target. Next target is up into this area, and then the 200 up here. DEC. DEC is kind of meandering along. Sold my DEC the other day. I bought a little bit of DEC back and just kind of watching it here. So far it's holding up. I'll really add to it if it starts breaking out. I didn't buy a lot back the second time on anticipation of a possible pullback. If it comes back, wants to fill in here, come down to the T line, this arrow here, maybe somewhere in this area, then that's where we'll start looking to really work with it and get a little J hook in there, and then something that runs up like this. APKT, I think it's time to start shopping on APKT. Nice little doji, little hammer type candle right in here. If we see some strength, now I say it's time to start shopping. It's time to make sure it's on your watch list. If we start seeing a buy signal, especially up over the T line here, then I want to be long APKT, and we're looking for the 200-day moving average as a target, possibly higher. I forgot to mention it early on here. Don't forget, everyone, tonight's members public e-learning, and that'll be 8 o'clock Eastern. 8 o'clock Eastern. In Netflix was on the watch list today after the big move yesterday. I think it's just giving a little consolidation here, and I would look for that buy signal. I would wait till it moved down and gave a good little buy signal. We want to see a doji, a Hiromi in here, hammer, bullish engulf maybe. Something where it shows the buyers are stepping out. I'm sorry, the buyers are stepping in and the sellers are weakening up. And you'll see candles will get a little bit smaller maybe, and then they'll start turning, and then they turn up just like that, and then they start moving north. Something like that. Of course, it could wake up tomorrow and just break right out, in which case that would be a buy on the breakout. We wouldn't get our PBO here. Okay, the last one, we already peeked at it a little bit earlier. GMCR, I think GMCR is going higher. I think GMCR is a very nice chart right now. I think it's going higher. Right at this second, I am short this because anything that moves up moves back. Anything moves up, it tends to move back. I think this got a little out of hand here. I think it got a little bit tall. It needs to come back just a little bit. Now, where exactly it comes back to, that's a big question. It might even come all the way back to the all the way back to the 200 here. And I still think it would be a great chart. It's just a matter of getting into the chart at the right time, and the right time is based on what each individual trades with. But right now, I would like to see a little bit of a pullback and then start moving up. So that's on that one. Let's see, Robert's asking on Zaza. Haven't look at it right now. Zaza, I'm still long Zaza. I added to it today. It's consolidating. That's what I want to see right there. We've had this this up move, this back, kind of a consolidation from this doji right here. It's moved up, 1, 2, 3 bar rally. Now it's consolidating. You know where your stop is. I'm looking for something higher. I own it in here, very close to my stop. Make money if it breaks out. Okay, I'm going to go over here and I'm going to close my GMCR out. Yeah, we'll see. What time is it? Better hurry, whatever I'm going to do. I'm going to hold my GMCR overnight. We'll see what it does in the morning. Whoops. Let's see, I never did turn the recorder off. Doggone it.